What's up, comic book peeps? Time to have a beer with your boy, Detroit Madman. And check it out. My Marvel Collector Core box came in yesterday. It's the Avengers box. And I haven't popped it yet. I'm going to do that after my haul video. So I've got a weekly haul video here. Just got back from the comic shop. And hey, check this out. They put that beautiful poster in there. And we'll get to that though. What I'll do here, I've got a few pickups from this week's comics. And I got a couple books I went back and got from last week's releases. And then I also have some back issues that I pulled out of 50 cent bin, and some that I found in the back issue long boxes. Just a few. Nothing major. Nothing major till this next couple of weekends where I've got some crazy stuff going on. Alright boys, check this out. First up, if you saw my video, last video or the video before, you'll remember that I got in 6, 7, 8 back issues of Saga. And so I saw this cover there, and I don't have this in my pull list ordinarily. Like I said, I only have like 6 or 7 back issues of it, but I thought this cover was pretty amazing. So I added this to my pull list at the LCS, so they'll start pulling that for me, and then maybe at Comic-Con or on a sale day or something I can add to the collection on that. Everybody says it's amazing. I can't wait to check it out myself. Alright, next up I've got Silk number 5. Now I've got issue 1, 2, 3, and 4 already. I have not dove into the actual series yet. So I'm stockpiling them, and hopefully in the next month I'll be able to bang out some of the other stuff I'm reading and get into this. It's not a bad cover. I like what they've done with the covers in Silk. They look pretty cool. Alright, next up we have Rebels number 3, titled by Dark Horse. This series is one that I keep pulling out of the box, and I stack it up with 4 or 5 other series that I'm going to start, and then something happens and I don't get down to where this is in the pile. So, but now I'm 3 issues. I plan to get that started here in the next couple of days. Now this one I'm super stoked about. It's not going to even take till the end of the night before I bust this out and read it. I loved issue 1. That's Harrow County. Artwork in this thing's tight. I showed it off a couple videos ago. So definitely suggest getting in on this series if you can. Next up on the June 10 release is Lantern City number 2. This is a Boom Studios title. Haven't read the first one yet. Cover's really cool on this. So that's another one of those. Hopefully in the next couple of days I'll have some time. I've been super busy lately. So hopefully in the next couple of days I'll have time to jump into that one. Same with this one. This is Injection number 2. This is an Image comic. Pretty cool cover. Got, I think it's jewels flying all over the place, guys. Got his gun. So so that's issue 2, and again I've got issue 1 of that. I haven't read that yet. For issue number 1s this week, or at least this one is, I went with Starve. It's an Image, $3.50 book. Heard about it on a podcast this week, and they're saying this one could actually be decent spec title too if you pick up a couple you know, when this thing gets hot, it may pay off down the line and pay for itself. Went with the variant cover. Now with Secret Wars, I'm only doing a couple titles. I'm not doing all the tie-ins, but Spider-Verse was one of the tie-ins I decided to do, and issue 2 came out today, and I went with the variant. I just thought it was a cool looking cover. It's got that real noir look to it. Yep, so that's Spider-Verse number 2. And this is the one I was waiting for. This is the conclusion of Chrononauts. And this is a $6 book, but it's thick. I think they did like a double issue with it, or I forgot to look in it and see how many pages it actually has. But yeah, I love this. The first 3 issues of this I really loved, and I wish that, you know, that things moved real fast in this book, and I wish they would have maybe made it more than just a 4-book series. I could have read this on and on and on. I think it's going good places in what they were doing, but it was a fast-moving title. This is the conclusion. It feels like a double book, so can't wait to get into that. All right, guys. I'm not a Batman guy. I'm trying to, you know, I've been more into the independents. I got my Marvel things I like, but I got to tell you, with Batman issue 40, I got the first print Joker cover, the masked swap. I got the blue background combo pack, which I was stoked to get. I got it at a good price when it was going $25-30. And then I picked up issue 39 today with the Joker cover. That's a pretty cool cover. So it's a back issue. So I've got 39. Got a couple copies of 40. I actually got a first print white cover that I'm trading for, so I should have that in the next week. And then here's 41 in the new Batman. And as you can see here from this nice diagram, I guess this is what the new Batman's all about. Guidance housing, flashers, strobes. This is called Project Batman. And I mean, I don't know how long this Batman's going to last. Seems kind of far-fetched to me that Batman would be dead and they replace him with a robot, but I don't know. I'm willing to go with it for a little while, and hey, I guess if it takes, this is the issue to have. So I almost picked up a few of them, but I say, you know what, I'll get one and I'll throw it on the list to get pulled, and I'll follow the story a little bit. And then I noticed that there was a tie-in with Batman Superman as well, so picked up that issue where he's on the cover. And that does it for my new release pickups for June 10th. And now I'll show you some back issues I picked up this week, and a couple issues from last week that I went back and got. Now, I saw this at my comic shop, and I love the cover. That throwback to the old Hulk. I think it was a king-size Hulk cover that was real famous. And I've actually tried to find that at a decent price, and it's really hard to get. But this one is called World War Hulk After Smash, The Incredible, and then it's Herc painted over the Hulk. It's issue 112, but I'm not really sure what the parent title is. I guess it would be something Hulk, or maybe it's Hercules. I don't know. At any rate, like I said, the cover caught my eye. It was a couple bucks, so I picked it up. I love these tribute covers. Across all the different titles that I find them in, they all catch my eye. I'm really looking for the Spawn homage covers that are around issue 220 to 230, where McFarlane paid tribute to a lot of different famous Marvel covers. Maybe some DC covers too, I'm not sure. But I'll be looking for those at Comic-Con this year. Next up, I picked up A-Force #1. Don't know too much about this other than the comic shop had probably 25 of these on Wednesday last week. And then when I was there on Saturday, they were down to their last one. So I grabbed it. So they sold through in 4 days of everything they had. So I was like, okay, I'll pick one up. Maybe it'll go to a second or third printing, and then I've got the first print. Next up, I picked up this series on a suggestion from one of the girls at my local comic shop. She said it has good art and a neat story, so I picked up Southern Cross #1, #2, and #3. And I read these last night, and I like the story. It's a story about a girl who boards passage to the planet Titan on a intergalactic ship that is full of workers and these weird unsavory, I should say, types. And a mystery unfolds. Her sister was killed on the planet. She was like a secretary or something, and so she's going to the planet to try to get clues. She's bunked with one of the investigators, who's a woman, that's going over there to investigate the death. And strange things start happening on the ship. Different people are involved, disappearances, suicides. Art is really cool. I love the way they did their panels in there. When she's moving through the ship, you get a real cool sense of the movement through the ship. So I thought that was cool. I'm definitely looking forward to more titles, more issues of that title. I put it on my pull list today. So this book, I kind of fell in love with the cover. The obviously iconic situation there that Spider-Man's in, going all the way back to the Mary Jane stuff or whatever. But it's Amazing Spider-Man issue 18.1, and obviously he's there kissing or about to kiss the Black Cat. I jacked this comic up in the car, so it's damaged, creased. I pulled it out of the car when I got home and noticed that the whole corner was creased over, so oh well. Not like it's going to be worth anything anytime soon, but I learned a lesson on that, to take better care of comics when I have them in the car. Cool cover though. Alright, next up, I found a couple of these copies. I found issue 1 a couple weeks ago. Last weekend I found issue 2, and then this week I found a couple cheap copies of Where Monsters Dwell. 15-cent Marvel title. We've got the monster called Grotu, and then this one here is some ugly cyclop looking, I don't even know what to call that. It's like a rhino with a weird claw hands, a long tail, and one single eye. But these are pretty cool. They're just mid-condition books. I actually only paid a couple bucks a piece for them, and I'm looking to pick more of these up. There's a sale coming up that I know of, and I know where more of these are, so I'm going to pick some up then. Put a little run together. Next up, I got this for a couple bucks. It's Harley Quinn Our World's at War. #1. It's a 2001 title. Thought the cover was kind of cool. It was like $2. So yeah, pick that up. I got this for 50 cents. I'd just never seen it before. It's banged up. It doesn't even have a bag on it right now. But it's some kind of cartoon title that Marvel did in the late 60s or early 70s. And Peter the Little Pest. I thought it was kind of funny. And there's a lot of strips inside. It's more so kind of like a family circus type thing. And then he's got, so this, maybe this was, I don't know, maybe this was some kind of strip character and they compiled a book about it, but I just thought it was pretty interesting for 50 cents. My next 50-cent box pull, I don't think it quite goes back to the golden age, but it's a 10-center, and it's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from 1958. It's actually in pretty decent shape. It's got some browning around the corners, but it lays flat, it's intact, it has a really good artwork inside. I was surprised, and it was put out by DC Comics. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. For 50 cents, pick it up, and I checked it out, and probably just give it to the kids to play with. Also saw this in the 50-cent box. Didn't know anything about it. It says it's an adult-only comic. And then inside it's black and white, and it's called Jeff Jones Spasm. Kind of thought it was like a Franzetta fantasy title, but I believe he did all the art inside, and it's actually pretty good. I thought that was a good pickup for 50 cents. The one thing about this comic here now, and maybe someone can answer this, it's missing the staples. They're completely missing out of the comic. So my question is that even something that can be restapled with a regular stapler if you get it exactly in the spot that the staples were? Because it's otherwise good, decent condition comic, but it just is all loose pages. The staples were pulled out for whatever reason. So maybe you guys can answer that for me. I'm not sure. Alright, next up, this was my buy of the week. I was going through the back issues at one of the comic shops the end of last week. And I'm in the miscellaneous W's. And what do I see? The Wicked and the Divine, issue number 1, first print. And I got this for $3. Really good condition. I mean, there is nothing wrong with this comic, and I know that it's heated up recently. I've actually seen it in a couple of videos, and I think it was optioned for a movie or a TV show or something like that. So I went and looked on eBay, and I saw them selling, I think, around the $15 or $20 range. So that's my buy of the week, man. $3. Crisp corners, literally, really high grade. Alright, next up is a book I've seen in a couple videos, and I've actually found it a couple times overpriced. And then I was at this one comic shop that I've been to only once before, and I found this for $3. So I was completely stoked. It's got a couple of ticks on the spine, but other than those ticks, I mean, look at it. It looks just awesome. The blacks are black. Everything I could find with this book was in really good condition. So I love that cover. Yeah, it's worth $3 to me. And then last but not least, I got this for $3 at the same comic shop. It's Batgirl Adventures number 1. And they had 2 copies of this there. They had one marked at 8 and one marked at 3. And besides a couple of little tiny nicks on the spine here, I thought they were comparable in condition. So I felt like I got a pretty good deal on that. And then last but not least, I guess, I do have one more thing. And I went to the flea market this weekend, just stopped in for about an hour. Like 2 guys out there with comics. It was all crap. I mean, nothing I was even interested in. But I did find this. A guy had this, and it was only $1. And I said, you know what? I bet you that's worth more than $1. So gave him $1 for it. Inside, it's got an album, or a little 33 RPM record. And I think it's the narrative of the book. Star Wars, the the first Star Wars that ever came out. So I went on eBay and I looked it up, and they range anywhere from $10 to like $30. People are asking for it, so that might be another good buy I could say I got this week. So, well, at any rate, I hope you liked the haul. Lots of good books out this week, man. I mean, definitely think you should check out the new Batman comic. Just looks awesome. Chrononauts and Starve. That might be my sleeper of the week. And if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check out the Harrow County. Alright, boys, I am out. To all the guys and girls and the comic peeps out there, if you like it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will check you out at the next haul. And trust me, it's going to be fat because I've got my eye on some wicked books this weekend. So, peace out.